Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea, and today I have my June empties and low buy update. Normally I would post these on the 18th, but I have another project that I'm starting that I'm going to be doing updates for on the 18th, and I figured it might make more sense to push this up a little earlier in the month. So that's why you're seeing it now instead of when I usually post them. But I'm going to go through all my empties and then update you on how my low buy is going in. Not great is the answer. So we're just going to start pulling products out of my little bin of empties, and hopefully I'll speed through it a little bit fast. But first is something that I have finished. I finished quite a few of these. It's my Billie shave cream, and I also, once I finished this, I found this, I had a little sample of it that came in one of my razor replacements, so I used that too. It's good. I get it as part of like my razor replacements, but it is $8 for this, and if I'm remembering correctly, EOS is now cruelty free, and I do like their shaving cream, and it's a lot cheaper than this, so I have to investigate that. But if that is the case, then I will start buying that one instead. But I need to cancel the shaving cream portion of my Billie replacements anyway, because I think I have like 3 backups, because I guess don't shave my legs that often. But yeah, it's a good shaving cream. I like it. Then you will have seen this in my 11 favorites and 11 oldies video, but it is my Bath & Body Works Cotton Blossom Shower Gel. I have another one of these that I need to work on in that project, but I absolutely love cotton scents. Like a clean, fresh, laundry-like scent is something that I really, really enjoy. So I really love this one, but Bath & Body Works isn't cruelty free. So I'm sure whenever I need to buy new shower gels or whatever in the future, I can find something that is similar. But considering the fact that I probably have like over 20 shower gels in my bathroom, that's not going to be for a while. But it's done, so yay! Next, this is something that I must have gotten in a gift with purchase from Ulta. It is the Derma E Vitamin C Concentrated Serum. It was fine. It didn't break me out. I mean, I know what I like in my skincare as far as products that I've bought and I like. And I use this random stuff like this because I get it into my collection through like free gifts with purchase or whatever, but unless it does something revolutionary for my skin, which this did not do, it's not something that I would repurchase again. I find my favorite skincare and I just kind of stick with it, and I'll give the other things that come into my collection through subscription boxes or gifts with purchase, I'll give them a try. But unless it's something like that I really, really like, I just stick with what I know. One thing that I did really like, but I do not think that Pacifica sells this anymore, is this Crystal Beam Foaming Crystal Scrub. I had this in my 50 Shades of Purple, and it was it was gentle enough that you could use it every day, but I didn't use it every day. But I really did like it, and I'm pretty sure, like, it's not on Ulta's website anymore. I don't think it's on Pacifica's website anymore, so I'll have to look into their other face scrubs. But I do, in general, like Pacifica skincare, so this was good. If it ever comes back, I would repurchase it. One thing I would not repurchase is The Ordinary. This is the Rose Hip Seed Oil. I've tried a couple different brands. I've tried Julep's Rose Hip Seed Oil, Mario Badescu's, and this. And I didn't notice much of a difference between the 3 brands. I mean, it's Rose Hip Seed Oil. The only thing, and this was by far the cheapest out of the 3, but this one also started to turn, and the other ones never did for me. So this, I want to say this lasted me maybe 6-ish months about, and the last 2 or so months it was not smelling the greatest. I did only use it once a day, like maybe if I had used it twice a day, but I would use this in the morning and then I would use like a night serum at night. And I don't want to put like 5 different serums on my face at nighttime. So that's why I didn't use it twice a day. I wouldn't buy this one again. It was less than $10, but if it's gonna start going bad before I can even get down to, I think I still had like a quarter of the bottle left and it was starting to turn, so I wouldn't repurchase that one. Then I had a sample of this Lancome Renergy Lift Multi-Action Ultra Sunscreen. I did not like this. It made my face itchy. I did not like this. I mean, Lancome isn't cruelty-free anyway, but no. This is another empty from my last 50 Shades of Purple update. It is my Sorinda's Enchantments Potion Lotion in the scent Return to Hades. I did actually kind of like this scent. It's a little, like, it's kind of strong. It's a little spicy. It was nice. I mean, I don't use lotion that much, so I probably wouldn't repurchase this, but it was a nice lotion. One thing I have already repurchased is my Pacifica C&C Sheer Face Serum, SPF 55. I use this as my sunscreen every day when I'm going out in the sun, and because I'm wearing makeup, it's gonna be kind of hard to tell, but my face and neck versus like the color of my arm, you can see how well that this facial serum slash sunscreen works, because my face still has some color, but it's nowhere near the rest of my body. So it's a good one, and it's like 16 bucks and I like it a lot. I used up one of my Eco Tools sponge and brush shampoo. I do like this a lot. I think it gets my brushes really clean. It's fragrance free now, which I didn't mind the fragrance before, but I will continue to purchase this. I haven't looked on Ulta yet because I still have, I bought like I think it was like a 3-pack or something. So this was my second one. I still have another one I just opened. I don't know if they still sell them in the packs, but it's a good deal because this is like $8, and it, depending on how often you wash your brushes, I don't wash mine as often as I should, but it lasted me a long time. Now getting into more nail and my makeup empties, I finished another one of these Ulta Maximum Strength acetones. This is a 16-ounce bottle. This is the second one I finished this year, so that shows you how much I'm painting my nails this year, which I'm actually quite happy with because I have a giant nail polish collection that I need to get more use out of. But this is like $5, and since it's pure acetone, it does dry my nails out, but at the same time, I'm painting my nails so often that I don't think it would matter what kind of nail polish remover I was using. My nails would get dry anyway, so that's why I have to use cuticle oil and all that stuff. But it does a really good job of getting nail polish off fairly quickly, and I like it, and it's pretty cheap. It's like $5, so I am continuing to repurchase this one. And then I have 2 actual nail polish empties. The first one is this, sorry, they're doing trash right now, so it's just gonna be noisy. The first one is this Zoya Get Even Ridge Filling Base Coat. There's still like a tiny bit left in there, but this is so old, it's basically all dried up, and it's done. I don't know if just my nails are so crappy. Like, it didn't really fill in any ridges, but I wanted to finish it, so I did. And then this is an empty for my next 50 Shades of Purple update, but it's this mini polish from Julep in the shade Ming. It looks like there's some in there, but the last time I painted my nails, I could not get anything else out. Like, I think it was Danny who said when she is getting to the bottom of her nail polishes, she'll like tip them over into a paper plate, and like I was trying to do that, and like even though it looks like there's stuff in here, nothing was coming out. So this is done. It's just a very nice like pale lilac color, and it was really good as a base coat for like some other glitters or topper shades or whatever. So that one is done. Then my last non-makeup makeup item is I used up another Real Technique sponge. I feel like I've been going through these way faster than I used to. Maybe it's just because I'm not really using brushes for foundation right now. Like I'm really into using my sponges again. But I feel like I'm going through these like almost every month, and usually I could get 3 months out of them. I'm actually looking at this. I don't even know. I'm assuming there's like must be some cracks in it or something, or maybe my daughter put it in there and it's not really supposed to be in there, but it's in there now, so I'm done with this. Okay. Now for my actual makeup empties. You would have seen this in my last That's Expensive project pan update, but this is my Oma Beauty Stable Concealer in the shade Fair Lady T2. I really like this concealer, but as you might be able to tell because it's in that project, it's $25 for this little concealer. How much is in it? It's 5 mils, so I mean, it's not like the smallest concealer. You do get a bunch of product. I'm very cheap about certain things, and concealer is kind of one of them. I think both of the ones I have, I got half price when they were on sale, so I would definitely buy them half price. Like I would definitely pay $12.50 for this. I don't know if I would pay $25 for it though, but I do really like it. One thing I did not really care for, this is a sample size of the Ulta Beauty HD setting powder. I don't really like loose under eye setting powders, and I feel like I just pick up way too much product. I waste too much product, and if I had to buy a loose under eye setting powder, I would buy the e.l.f. one, not this one. The e.l.f. one, because I have used up the e.l.f. loose setting powder before, and it felt a lot more finely milled than this one. It was a lot smoother and less cakey, so I didn't really enjoy this Ulta one. So but that's a loose powder that's out of my collection, so I'm happy with that. Then another empty I have from my 11 favorites project pan is this DLS blush in Kitty Pink. Now, as I said in that project update, the reason it's gone is because I dropped it and most of the remaining product fell on the floor, but there really wasn't a lot left in it to begin with. I didn't actually lose that much product. It just helped me finish it up a little bit faster. But this is like a really old blush that I got from one of my first Ipsy bags. So I'm glad that it's finally gone. It was a very pretty kind of like neutral, a very pretty neutral dusty pink, and now it is gone. And that's one blush out of my collection this year, probably the only blush out of my collection this year, but one is better than none. And then my last empty is a spoiler for my Tech of Panning update, but I did finish my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Truth. This was so dry and crumbly by the end, but I just had the teeniest amount of product left, and I'm like, I have to finish it. So yay, it's gone. I mean, my feelings towards ColourPop aside, I don't think I would ever buy another Super Shock Shadow again, just because with the size of my collection and how often I actually rotate through my shadows, I have a really hard time getting use on these before they dry up, and that's just a waste of money. So this was a really nice, kind of like almost taupey rose gold satin shade that I used in my transition a lot, and it would get covered up with other things, but it helped blend things out. So that was all of my empties for the month. I had a total of 18 empties in June with a total value of $157.15. Year to date, I have 124 empties with a total value of $1,116.03. So I'm really happy that I hit that $1,000 mark at the 6-month mark, because that means more than likely I'm going to use up another $1,000 worth of product for the next half of the year. So I'm really excited about that. I think I did a little less than $2,000 last year worth of empties, so I'd be really happy if I could get over that $2,000 mark, because that means I've used up more this year than I did last year, and that's always a good thing. So those are my empties. Now we'll talk about my low buy real quick. It's not like the worst, but it's not the best. So for June, I'll start with my miles, my running miles, and then I'll go into what I spent and what I bought. So I started the month at 141.05 miles. I ran 7 times for a total of 25.4 miles, which means I am starting July with 171.06 miles. So I have less than 30 miles to go before I earn my next $25. I'm filming this on the 7th, and I haven't ran at all yet this month. So I don't know that I'm gonna make those 30 miles this month, but definitely in August I will. So now for the budget part. I started June with $50. I had $9.63 left over from May, which means I had $59.63 to spend in the month of June. About halfway through June, I went to Sephora with my sister. I don't shop at Sephora. Like, I like Ulta better just because they have more drugstore things, but I also like Ulta's points system better. But she wanted to go to Sephora, and I was like, sure, I like makeup, why not? I spent $94 at Sephora. So remember, I had less than $60 left in my budget, but I spent $94. So this is what I bought for $94, and it's not a lot. I bought this like mini travel size. This is a ½ ounce, so it's I guess you call it a mini, of the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer, because I've heard good things about it and I really wanted to try it, and especially since Becca is going out of business and I love their primers, I wanted to find something else. So I bought that this was $14, by the way. And then I don't know why I did this, because I have such a hard time using lotion, but I bought the small size of the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream because it smells so freaking good, and this is $20. I don't know, but it smells so good, and I'm like, oh, if it smells that good and it's expensive, I'm more likely to actually use it. But I bought that. Then this was $25. This little sample travel size of these Nest perfume oil rollerballs. And I have more perfume than I can use right now, which this is what I do. I start liking something and then I tend to like buy a lot of it. So before last year, I had the cherry blossom perfume that is in my 11 Oldies project from Bath and Body Works. And I had a, what is it, Twilight Woods body spray that I got as like a bridesmaid's gift from my friend's wedding 5 years ago. And then I discovered that I actually like perfume, and now I have too much. But I bought this because of the orange scent. There's a Turkish rose and a Seville orange. I bought it because the orange one smells so amazing, and I love orange scents. So I spent $25 on this because I liked the orange thing. And then finally, I bought, I don't remember how much this one was. I think this was like 30, 35 or something. This, I've been hearing such good things about Pharmacy. Like, I know Janny loves them, and just a bunch of other people are always talking about how good the Pharmacy skincare is. So they had this little kit that has the vitamin C serum, a moisturizer, the cleansing balm, which is what I really wanted to try, and a honey potion antioxidant hydration mask. So I bought this. So altogether, that was $94. And then that put me at negative $34.37 for my budget. So I am very suggestible, and I got an email from a company called Soap Distillery, because I have bought from them before. And every year they do like a rainbow soap for Pride. And this year they are donating 20% of the sales to the Broadway Youth Center. So even though I bought 3, because I bought one for me and then I bought one for each of my sisters, but here's what the soap looked like. It's lavender and lemongrass. It smells really good. So even though I bought 3, I'm only counting 1 towards my budget because the other 2 are like technically gifts. So, but I didn't only buy that. I bought another, this is a newer scent. It's in Mai Tai. It smells like oranges, rum, and almond. And it smells freaking amazing. But I don't need any bar soap. I already have like 8 bar soaps besides all the shower gels and sugar scrubs that I have. So that was an extra $16, which brought me to negative $50.37. So that means going into July, my low buy budget is at negative 37 cents. Now, having said that, especially since it's the middle of the year, I am going to change things up slightly. So makeup and like shower care, body care type items are still going to be part of my low buy, but skincare, my skincare and my hair care, because I've been on this low buy, those categories are really under control right now. And not that I'm going to go out and buy a bunch of skincare, but like I'm going to need a replacement toner soon. That's $15 that I have no other toners in my collection. So why would I punish myself? I see it as punishing myself by going even further into my low buy budget hole when I'm purchasing something that I really can't use anything else because I have nothing else to use. So that is my the new way I'm going to do it. Skincare and hair care, unless I feel like I'm really starting to like go overboard again, those are not going to be included in the budget anymore. And even though I don't foresee this happening at all, anything that is a true replacement in body care and makeup, I'm not going to count towards my budget anymore. But like I said, there is nothing in my makeup collection, at least, that will need to be replaced with something that I truly don't have. So that's how I'm going to work it going forward. I think I did really well in the beginning, and it was just becoming, especially with the replacements, it was just becoming a little too restrictive for me. And when I start feeling that restricted, I want to go out and spend, hence why I spent $94 at Sephora. So I think this will help me not feel like I can't buy anything, because that does not work for me. And hopefully it'll help me have a little more success for the end of the year. But that is it for the video. Let me know down below how much you've used up this year, if you keep track of that kind of thing, because I always feel like I use up a lot. And then I know I've mentioned Danny like 5 times in this video, so I'm going to link her channel down below, but I watched her recent empties and I think she's at like, what is she? I think she's already at like $1,000 just of makeup for the year. And I think she's at like something like $2,000 total. It's crazy. She is like a panning robot. I don't understand how she goes through things like that, but I want her to teach me her ways, because as much as I love having all this makeup, I would also love to use more of it up, because then I can buy more. So let me know how you're doing with your low buy if you're on one. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.